G'day, g'day, g'day. It's Thursday. Cultivate Awareness. And what are we going to become aware of today as we reflect on yesterday? Elevate language. So why am I showing you this video today instead of tomorrow? That's the question. Well, a good doctor in the house sent me some messages yesterday, which I've read and I'm taking action. Some of you won't know what that means, but one of you will. Which one? I'm not sure. We're going to work that out today. So we're going to take from what we know, we don't know, what we don't know, We're going to bring it into conscious competence, whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, or next year. Might take a bit of time, but hey, when we've got all the time and energy in the world, we like to be more social. Simply say, g'day.
Do you feel like there's never enough time in the day? Are you struggling to switch off from work, the internet, and social media? It's time to reconnect with family, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, yourself. Join the Be More Social Daily Challenge. Just 10 minutes a day to recharge, gain more energy, and enjoy what matters most. Let's begin.
Okay, so did you guys notice that there was only one? Interesting, isn't it? Why? Well, I found one on the ground and it's that bloody cold over here. I wanted to keep at least one hand warm. Pip, there you good girl. So, geez, it looks bright here in the drop here. As you can see, the sun's coming up through those clouds, so it's still pretty dark. The street's lights are on, as you can see, and they go out once the light hits a certain level. But as you can see, the camera manipulates the image, like a lot of things technology does. Whether it's a scam, whether it's authentic and real, it's about our awareness and cultivating that awareness. And it stems around the language we use and how we articulate what we're doing. So if you're concerned about what's going on in life, you need to do a bit of investigations. I've been doing it a fair while. Well, a lot of you know that I used to be a process server. Now, a lot of people think that's factory work, processing information or doing cookie cutter line setups. And I just found what I think is a birthday present. It's been shoved in there, and here it is. It's probably mine for my birthday. So something got delivered for me, and I didn't notice. Do I throw it up by the pool where I'm going to be later, or do I throw it under? Well, I trust my chairman of the body corporate, so he'll probably see it, or I'll forget about it and someone else will find it, because it's addressed to my wife, not to me. Therefore, I cannot open it. So she did mention that there were some things coming in the mail for my birthday the other day, because she's in Sydney and my mother-in-law had a heart attack only a matter of hours after Nick returned home. There, the lights go out. So it's obviously got to a certain level of brightness. But why am I telling you all this? Yeah, so I used to serve summonses and investigate certain things around divorces and people owing debts. What I found was that probably 70 or 80% of the time, it wasn't the individual who was at fault. It was the company involved. So it's about researching the company and getting some records or some evidence of what they're doing. So for example, when I was in London, I did a similar role, and there was a pub. England are known for their local pubs. And I reckon I went to this place 3 times in the space of 6 months, 3 different bills for the Thames Water, which is the water company over there. Thames is the river that London sits on. And 3 times I went back there, and the guy, I build connections with them. And even though they hand over money for debts, I build a relationship with them, knowing that I'm there to help, not just to take their money or shut their water off. And for the 3rd time, he looked at me and went, mate, I can't do much here. The bills are still coming in another company's name. And I looked into it, and he was correct. And I said a few things where I thought the phone was off, because back then we had headphones that were connected with a cord, and I forgot that I was still on the line. And I use language that people can connect with. Sometimes it needs swear words, sometimes it doesn't. I know when to be professional, and that means connecting with the person. So you imagine a publican in a tough neighbourhood running British pubs. It's a tough world. So some language needs to shift slightly to connect with these people. But when you sit at a desk job behind a computer these days, you've got no idea about what's going on in the real world. That happened to me yesterday with a woman who told me that the emails they send are only to clients, therefore I must have used their company to hire a truck to move furniture. Interesting. Do I pause? No, he's on the phone. As I give him a thumbs up. Yep. He's talking. So he's a developer. You can't see the high-vis shirt from behind because he's wearing a jacket because it's so bloody cold. So where am I going with this? I've only got 2 minutes or so to go. She didn't realise that even though I didn't book the truck through her company, she was been trained that the only time they contact us is once I, a client, has made a booking for a truck. And I said to her, well, that's not the case. So she was working for Handy Rentals. Shout out to them. She was great. She was very understanding and listened to what I had to say. And they work on behalf of Bunnings. Bunnings is a DIY company, and they rent out utes and vans. What I found was they didn't have what I needed in the same of size, and the nearest truck was over 1,100 kilometres away, which was counterproductive for me trying to travel and move something 5 k's down the road. Nevertheless, I left my keys in the truck that I did hire. So what I did is I went back to the last email I received with the rental company in it because I forgot. I need to remember the name of that rental company because they've got the keys to the house. Which house? Well, the one I just rented and spent 24 hours packing up furniture and putting it in the house, only to find that the real estate agent, via email, by a property manager I'd never met, never seen, never spoken to, demanded I complete a WHS report or an inspection report, which fails on many, many levels. It's a disaster. But if I bring it back around to the case at hand, the pub, they paid me. I walked out. I lost my job because I was speaking to this guy in a way that showed truth. G'day, how are you? I was telling him, mate, I'll do the best that I can, but my hands are tied. All I do is speak to these people on the phone, and they say they're going to do something. And as far as I'm concerned, they tell me they will. I believe them. And then they send me back 3 months later, and the address on the bill is still incorrect. Yeah, I was pretty damn good at what I did because my job was to ask for money, provide customer service, and assure them that I and the people that I speak to will do the best job they possibly can. Do a bit more research, and it's generally the company that fucks up, not the individual. So please, if you're listening, you know who I'm talking about. I hope you're in the room this morning. Give them a call, chase them up, find out, ring the consulate about those visas, tell them about it too, please. You know what I'm talking about. Get it done. Mark, give her a hand. You should know what's going on too. Same with you, Kenva. And like her if you're listening. You might be in the background of the noise, but even if you've got your camera on, I know you're still listening. So I'm here for you. Be more social. Simply say, g'day.
Thanks for listening as we take on the Be More Social challenge. Join Danny Crouch tomorrow as he shares his journey, and we hope you'll join in too. Drop a comment below. Tell us how it's going, ask questions and share your insights. Find more details in the description or at chooseyourchapter.com.au. Let's make time, boost energy, and aim to be more social today.
G'day, g'day, g'day. It's Thursday, Cultivate Awareness. And we're going to reflect on yesterday, elevate language. Or are we? Or are we going to sharpen our focus? Be more social, simply say,